Hello and welcome to Bounty and Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the editor-in-chief and founder of Bounty and Comics. And today I got a story about James Bond and the recent rumors about Tom Hardy. So James Bond producer Barbara Broccoli recently addressed the rumors that Tom Hardy had been chosen to become the next James Bond following Daniel Craig's tenure. The rumor originated from Imra Kaya at The Vulcan Reporter, who claimed that Tom Hardy would succeed Craig as the next James Bond following No Time to Die. Kaya claimed in his report that, quote, while Tom Hardy was expected to be announced as the new Bond in November, this does not seem to be the case anymore due to the coronavirus. Nevertheless, I anticipate the announcement to come out this year. All the same, early 2021 also seems likely if No Time to Die gets delayed again. Instead of an announcement about Hardy being the next Bond, No Time to Die was delayed until April 2, 2021. Not only was the film delayed, but producer Barbara Broccoli recently addressed this rumor while speaking with Total Film. She stated, quote, I always say you can only be in love with one person at a time. Once the films come out, then some time will pass, and then we'll have to get on to the business of the future. But for now, we just cannot think about anything beyond Daniel. Not only did she address the rumors, but she also detailed that they will reimagine Bond following the Craig era. She explained, quote, it will have to be reimagined in the way each actor has reimagined the role. That's what is so exciting and fun about this franchise. The character evolves. Eventually, when we have to think about it, we'll find the right person. She would go on to state that in this reimagining of Bond that he might not be a white man. She detailed, quote, he doesn't need to be a white man, not as far as I'm concerned. However, she does make it clear that James Bond won't be a female. She says, quote, we should create roles for women, not just turn a man into a woman. Broccoli previously made it abundantly clear that Bond would not be a woman, but had left the door open on whether they would race change the character. So she told The Guardian in 2018, quote, Bond is male, he's a male character, he was written as a male, and I think he'll probably stay as a male. And that's fine. We don't have to turn male characters into women. Let's just create more female characters and make the story fit those female characters. In January 2018, she told the Daily Mail, quote, these films tend to reflect the times, so we always try to push the envelope a little bit. Anything is possible. Right now, it's Daniel Craig, and I'm very happy with Daniel Craig, but who knows what the future will bring, leaving it open-ended as to whether or not they would change Craig to either a female or race change his character as well. Obviously, the Guardian article came after when she spoke to the Daily Mail, where she confirmed that they would not be changing Bond into a female. But for those unfamiliar with James Bond, the character was created by author Ian Fleming and first debuted in his Casino Royale novel. When Vesper Lynd first meets James Bond in the novel, she describes him to Mathis, quote, he is very good looking, he reminds me rather of Hoagie Carmichael, but there's something cold and ruthless in his, and she trails off. The sentence is never finished because in the novel, both Mathis and Lynd become victims of an explosion. So we don't really get any more of a description from Vesper Lynd in that scenario. But Fleming would go on to describe Bond later in the novel when he's kind of looking at himself in a mirror. So this is what he wrote. As he tied his thin, double-ended black satin tie, he paused for a moment and examined himself levelly in the mirror. His gray-blue eyes looked calmly back with a hint of ironical inquiry, and the short lock of black hair, which would never stay in place, slowly subsided to form a thick comma above his right eyebrow. With the thin vertical scar down his right cheek, the general effect was faintly piratical. Not much of Hoagie Carmichael there, thought Bond as he filled a flat, light gunmetal box with 50 of the Moreland cigarettes with the triple gold band. Mathis had told him of the girl's comment, and that's kind of where the description ends. So now you might not know who Hoagie Carmichael is, but he was a popular American actor, singer, and songwriter in the 1950s. He composed the songs Stardust, Georgia on My Mind, The Nearest View, and Heart of Soul. In fact, he won the Academy Award for Best Original Song in 1951 for In the Cool, Cool, Cool of the Evening. He also happens to be a white man, as you can see. Not only is Hoagie Carmichael a white man, but the 1955 paperback edition of Casino Royale, acquired by Pat McMillan, shows James Bond as a white man on the cover. And then again in the 1960s Pan Macmillan cover, he's also shown as a white man. And it goes on and on and on. He's always been shown as a white man in James Bond comics, in James Bond novel covers, in James Bond films. So what Broccoli is proposing is creating a new character that is not James Bond, but who will wear James Bond's skin like a mask from Mission Impossible. And without James Bond, you don't really have anything that separates your franchise from any other generic spy thriller franchise. She's literally advocating for the destruction of the Bond film franchise and the erasure of the James Bond character. Some might think this is surprising, but it really isn't. I'm sad to say this is the Hollywood MO now, whether it's based in California or in the United Kingdom. So I'd like to know what you think about Barbara Broccoli's recent comments. Do you think they should race change James Bond after the Daniel Craig tenure is over? And do you think that by race changing James Bond, it's not really James Bond anymore? Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below, and we'll see you tomorrow.